Hi, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. I apologize for the sound on yesterday's video and the other issues. As some of you may know, I have a bit of an issue following a stroke in my mid-50s, and unfortunately, when I'm sick or stressed or tired, it affects my speech. Well, I'm not sick, thank goodness, but I was stressed and tired and more than usual yesterday, and I should have had a nap and a shower before making a video. But then I'm always over eager and work always comes first. I had a few rough days, and those scammers actually had little to nothing to do with it. But when I have the time, I'll tell you about it. It is an interesting story and one which will resonate with most of you, no matter where you live. Anyway, let's talk about our royal and not so royal stories of the day. Like I mentioned yesterday, has been the Ginger Whinger arrived in London at the preliminary hearing of the case in which he, Elton John, David Furnish, Liz Hurley, Sadie Frost, and Baroness Doreen Lawrence are accusing Associated Newspapers basically of using unlawful means to obtain stories and breach their privacy. Now, it is a preliminary hearing to determine whether the case should indeed proceed to court. Remember, not only is ANL, Associated Newspapers, denying the allegations, but they are also saying that the case is stale, as most of the incidents referred to happened or allegedly happened as early as 1993 and none after the 2011 Levinson inquiry. So, in layman's terms, the preliminary hearing is to determine A. whether there is actual proof enough to warrant taking the matter to court, and 2. whether a statute of limitations will apply in any way, or then basically whether the case should be dismissed before trial or not. So at this point, it will basically only be the various lawyers talking and arguing the legitimacy of the case. So why did Harry and his cohort arrive for the first day of the hearing? I think Harry's reason for being there, or his main reason, is written all over his smug face, and in his body language, and in the circumstances surrounding him, his wife, and the royal family. Firstly, Harry is delusional. That is a fact. He had proven that all by himself during those many interviews he had to promote his book. Now, I have a feeling that after the measure of success with his book and all the interviews he had, he is now fully convinced that he is a rock star, a superstar. Hence the dark suit and the wave to the crowd and photographers a la Johnny Depp. Also, the reason why he did not use the side entrance like Uncle Elton John, but chose to walk boldly up to and into the main entrance, surrounded by his security and entourage. Okay. We also know that William has just garnered a lot of attention visiting Poland, and we know that the King, Harry's father, was supposed to be in France, a rather controversial visit, which will or would have likely been watched very closely. So, of course, what would have made Harry's toes curl more than taking the attention away from his father and brother? Then, of course, it's a form of intimidation, or at least in these celebrities' minds, of which Harry is now one, They think their combined presence will be a show of strength and unity and combined resources and power. They think that ANL's lawyers will shake in their boots at the sight of so much power and money. And lastly, there are rumors that Harry attended and will attend every day for the next 4 days, as the court case will be part of Netflix season 2, which I actually believe. Never mind. Now, although the judge has imposed a publication ban on certain information regarding the case, some of the allegations made by the accusers had been released. Now, please don't laugh, or laugh if you have to, because laughter is, after all, healthy. But most of the 14 claims submitted on behalf of Harold relates to his relationship with exes Chelsea Davy, Cressida Bonus, Laura Gerard Lee, and Natalie Pinkham. My friends, I'm not even going to read through the details because I think it is a combination of hilariously funny, mentally sick, and just downright weird. Yes, it may be true that to an extent some of these relationships broke down because of media intrusion. But according to Harry, he is now happily married to Meghan Markle and living his best life. So, shouldn't he be grateful to the media for being partially responsible for leading him to the path he is on at the moment? Or is he regretting losing Chelsea or Cressida or Laura or Natalie? Is he so sad, so angry about losing one of these ladies that he is consumed with anger? So angry that he is willing to risk 1 million or 2 or 3 for the opportunity to get revenge. Now, if you were Meghan Markle, how would you have felt about this? Why on earth is Harry so stuck in his past? None of the allegations contained in Harry's submissions has anything to do with anything which happened after he met Meghan. So, in effect, Meghan did not lead him to this new, exciting, new life as they are trying to convince us. No, no, no. Old Harry is still rooted, firmly rooted in his past. Okay, so while I was preparing the narrative, Harry arrived at the court again for today's hearing, and today he's wearing a dark grey suit and using the back entrance. As his appearance yesterday was a bit of a surprise, but today's was expected, I think he likely feared the booze. So he dipped to the back. Guys, go boo him. He can hear you even if and when he goes round the back. Anyway, just don't get yourselves arrested. ANL did release a statement last night, and basically, in short, they are saying that all the claimants are largely basing their allegations on remarks and comments made by a private investigator named Burrows. Now, he allegedly claimed that he carried out a wide range of criminal activities on behalf of the mail newspapers. However, according to ANL, their court papers contains a signed witness statement from Burrows denying that he was commissioned or instructed by ANL to carry out any of those unlawful activities. Okay, my friends, I'm going to break a lot of this up into smaller pieces at a later point. I'm following the live update at the moment. All I actually wanted to do for now was to give you my opinion on why I think Harry is actually there attending this preliminary hearing. Of course, we know William, Catherine, and the children are away on Easter break, and the King is leaving for Germany tomorrow. And we know that there will be no talks between any of them. I am, however, still curious to hear the opinions of my regular contributors, friends, and experts. And I did send a few email, WhatsApp, etc. So we'll wait and see what they have to say. And as soon as I get some kind of response, I'll share these opinions with you as well. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.